And welcome
to Nightmare Nation,
the paranormal themed podcast where we talk about haunted places around the world.
And scary things.
And demons.
And ghosts.
And cults.
And witches.
And seances.
And UFOs.
And all things supernatural, spooky, and exciting.
We want to scare the fucking pants off of you, and that's what we're here to do.
That's kind of our thing.
Yep.
So if that's not your thing, then you've probably ended up in the wrong place.
Probably did,
so
and you shouldn't be listening to us.
Go listen to, like, the Good News podcast or whatever that one is with, like, all the daily good things that are happening, which I feel like I should start listening to because there's just so much bullshit.
There really is. And it's just so negative right now. And I need happiness in my life.
I was reading, there's a website called, I think it's called The Daily Good. And it's just like good news and fun, cute things. And I saw a video of a mama bear trying to carry all of her bear cubs across the street.
Oh.
And there's like 9,000 cars backed up, like waiting for this bear to cross the road. And like she goes across with like two of the cubs, and then one of them is stuck on the other side. So she goes back to get it. And then the other cubs follow her back across the street. So then she has to grab them and bring them over. And then the other one is like following her. And then the other one gets stuck on like a light post. It's just so funny because she's trying so hard to wrangle these 4 bear cubs, and all these cars are sitting just patiently waiting.
Oh,
it's so cute.
At least the car stopped so that she could get through.
The police had like stopped the traffic for him.
Good.
It was so cute.
Oh, good.
I know.
This is why we need to build bridges over highways and like interstates so that the animals can cross.
They have those in South America.
Yeah, and they're fucking sweet.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's for fucking like monkeys and stuff.
And it saves so many animals from getting hit.
Yeah, it does.
Like, just fucking do it because we've invaded their space, so it's the least that we can do.
We should start a like nonprofit that just raises money to build bridges over in like major freeways for animal crossings. Let's do it.
Fucking sweet.
Guys, if you want to donate to our animal bridge fund, send us a message.
All right.
But yeah, so as like the opposite of happy good news, we like to take you to all the horrible places in the world where scary things have happened.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's just our little niche.
It's like
a little focus.
A balance, right? There's like, oh, you like watch a video of cute puppies and then you watch a horror movie. It's like, it's all about finding the proper balance of things. Yeah.
It just makes sense, okay?
We saw a horror movie last night that I thought was really interesting, and it wasn't, I don't know, it was more of like a psychological thriller than horror. It wasn't really scary, but it was called Nocturne.
Oh.
It's on, I think it was on Hulu, and it was very similar to Black Swan, where it was about this, like, have you seen Black Swan?
Yeah.
Yeah, love that movie. Good. Oh my God, that's like one of my favorite movies of all time. But it was about this girl who has a twin sister, and they're both going to high school at like like an arts school, performing arts. So everyone there does music lessons, and her sister gets into Juilliard for piano.
Oh, shit.
And she's always been the less accomplished piano player of, like, between her and her twin. And she finds this music book from a previous student who ended up committing suicide the year before. And she finds that the book, like, as she's kind of, like, the book has these images in it, and as she's kind of like living out these events that are depicted in the book, she's finding herself becoming more and more confident. She becomes a better piano player. She like basically takes the spotlight from her sister and takes over her sister's life and like steals her boyfriend and like takes over the piece that she was going to play for the recital at the end of the year and everything. And it gets so fucked up and it's crazy.
Oh,
and it was really good. You don't even have to, like, enjoy classical music to appreciate it. I thought it was quite good.
That sounds awesome.
Yes.
I don't have Hulu anymore, so I
Do you
can't
not?
watch it. No.
Oh, bummer.
Because we have all the other fucking goddamn services known to man.
All 9,000 other ones.
It's so ridiculous.
It's just replacing cable. Instead of spending $80 a month on cable.
Just spend $80 a month on every other fucking streaming service.
Exactly.
It's stupid.
Yeah, I know.
So I haven't watched any scary movies because I've been sitting in silence while working.
You're slacking.
I just go through these phases where I don't want to listen to anything. Like, I need to focus, especially right now, because work is just a hot mess.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. If you've got additional stress at work and you really have to, like, think really hard about things because none of your systems are working, then maybe you don't need the distractions.
Yeah, and I just said there's something I want to watch right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But that's okay. It'll change, like, next week. So
yeah, sure.
I'll be back on a scary movie kick.
Yeah.
You know?
Or we can just wait till all the good ones come out in theaters and go see them.
There's so many many of them.
Do you remember when we went and did the like dinner in the movie theater at the Marcus movie theater?
I posted that on our Instagram.
Did you?
Yeah.
That was so fun.
That was the best. We had dinner in a movie and then I fell asleep through it.
Yeah, you did. I was thinking about that.
Did we see Jurassic World?
Yes, we did.
Yep.
I was thinking about that the other day and how much fun it was to like get served food at the movie, and if you want more popcorn, you like freaking hit a button and someone comes and brings you popcorn.
It was the best.
It was like the most entitled I've ever felt in my whole life, and I loved it.
And we got adult beverages while sitting and watching a movie.
I know.
Like, what could be better?
The best. Every movie theater should have like seat side service.
Yes.
Amazing.
So all of the scary movies, we need to find theaters that have dinner and a movie so we can go do that.
I will literally drive across town to go to the Maplewood Marcus Theater so that we can do dinner and a movie.
There's one in Woodbury. It's called like the Alamo or something.
Oh.
And I think they specifically do dinner and a movie.
Oh.
Like that's like their theater thing.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
And we'll go see all the horror movies at that theater.
That sounds perfect.
Yes. So friends, we're taking you somewhere interesting tonight. I was just thinking,
we are.
I don't think we've done anything like this place so far.
I don't think so.
I think this is the first time, like however many millions of episodes in.
Yeah.
This is the first time we're going to a church.
I think so.
Which is crazy.
That sounds about right.
Because in the horror movies and anything...
Like, everything happens in a church.
The scary shit, like the climax of the movie always happens in the church. It's like someone's being haunted or possessed, and then after all the research, you know, the whole phase of the horror movie where there's the research and the investigation and figuring out why it's happening, and then they go to the church and there's like the final thing. Mm-hmm. But yet we haven't ever covered a haunted church.
No, that's really strange.
Yeah.
So here we are.
It's super different.
Talking about a church.
Talking about some churches.
Gosh.
Well, one church.
One church.
Singular. This is the Cathedral of San Fernando.
Oh, where is it, Annie?
It is in San Antonio, Texas.
Woo!
Which
hey,
I also...
I'm Anna.
Oh, hey! Hi.
Hey.
I'm Annie. What's up?
There it is.
Wow, that
We're
was
here.
Late for us.
Yep, it
We've
is.
gotten better recently.
And now we're just
slowly
dying.
It happens.
So anyway, Texas.
Texas.
I
And
moved to
I was
Texas.
trying to think of if we'd done anything else interesting in Texas. I don't feel like we've covered like maybe
Was there one place?
I don't know.
I feel like we did, but I could be wrong.
I don't remember. It might have been one, but it was probably a hotel or something. We may or may not have done a place in Texas.
We'll figure it out.
You tell us if you've heard the episode and remember, because I sure as hell don't.
Because we don't.
So, the San Fernando Cathedral... Oh, my sources were Wikipedia and sfcathedral.org. Sfcathedral.org. So, the Sf Cathedral, which in Spanish is...
Sf Cathedral?
No.
Oh,
it is the... let's see if... it's been a while since I've practiced Spanish.
Let's get that Spanish language out.
Catedral de San Fernando.
Oh, look at you.
Also called the Cathedral of Our Lady of Candelaria and Guadalupe.
Oh my, that's intense.
It's got many names.
So many.
It's a cathedral of the Roman Catholic Church located in downtown San Antonio, Texas, United States, in case you weren't sure where Texas is.
Oh, we're in the U.S., huh?
Yes, we are.
Is that where Texas is located?
Correct.
Oh, weird.
Facing the city's main plaza, it is the mother church of the Archdiocese of San Antonio and the seat of its archbishop. Its dome serves as the city of San Antonio's cultural and geographical center. As the first church in the city, San Fernando has a rich history of responding to the people's needs in and around the church and the area.
How nice.
How nice. That's kind of what churches are supposed to do.
Yeah.
The cathedral is also listed on the National Register of Historic Places.
Oh, yay!
Just like every other place we've ever
that's so
talked
weird.
about.
Maybe they're a cult. Maybe the National Historic whatever
Register
thing is a cult, and they put all of these so-called haunted places on their website, and they make up all of these stories.
Or maybe the cult puts all of these places on the register and uses all of them as home bases for the cult to do satanic rituals, and that's why they're haunted. Yep.
Tell us what you think,
I
friends.
totally buy that. It's a cult.
It is. Conspiracies.
Have I told you my conspiracy theory about succulents?
No. I'm quite intrigued.
Quick pause. So, succulents, right? Like everyone, what do you know about succulents? Everyone tells you they're supposed to be super easy to take care of.
Yeah.
Easiest thing, lowest maintenance plant ever. And
They have chips.
Well,
and microphones.
that could be true.
Okay.
But I've talked to a lot of people who have owned succulents, and they all die. My succulents have never lived longer than like a month. They die all the fucking time. Yes.
Okay.
So here's my theory. So like, I've talked to a lot of people who have said like, oh yeah, I've killed every succulent I've ever owned. And then because the industry of succulents tells you they're so easy to take care of, that's like why they market them, is they're super low maintenance and really easy. So then when it dies, you figure, well, I must have fucked up somehow. Because if they're supposed to be so easy to take care of, how did I end up killing mine? And you buy more. I'm convinced that they are intended to die and that they are bred to die after like a certain period of time. And then they just tell you that they're super easy to raise so that when they die, you assume it's your fault and you go out and buy more succulents because you're like, well, I must have fucked up at some point. It's like fucking Hallmark cards. They just want you to spend your money on freaking succulents and they tell you they're easy to take care of and then they all die so you buy more.
Yep.
I swear to God, it is
It's
a
all a
fucking
marketing ploy.
Conspiracy.
It is.
I swear to God.
Same with everything else in this world.
Of all things,
Sounds
that's the one I'm like
perfect.
100% convinced.
I'm going to buy a succulent and see if I can keep it alive.
If you can, I will give you so much kudos.
Yes.
Like, unreal.
Okay.
So anyway, that's my conspiracy theory.
I think that is a great conspiracy theory.
It makes sense to me.
It does.
Yeah. So anyway, National Register of Historic Places. It's also notable as being one of the oldest cathedrals in the United States.
Oh,
and
that's cool.
If you look at pictures of it, it looks exactly like Notre Dame.
It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. And it literally has the same freaking layout where it's got like the two like towers and then there's like the lower middle part and then the circular stained glass window and then the like three big doorways at the bottom. It's like fucking identical in design to Notre Dame, just on a much smaller scale.
Yep.
So I thought that was kind of cool because I'm
awesome.
obsessed with Notre Dame. So the original church of San Fernando was built between 1738 and 1750 and was founded by a group of 15 families who came from the Canary Islands. I don't really know where those are.
That's cool.
I wish I knew because now I feel dumb. They came at the invitation of King Philip V of Spain.
Oh my.
And for this reason, the interior is an image of the Virgin of Candelaria, which is the patroness of the Canary Islands.
Okay.
Whoever the hell that is.
I don't know who that is or what she is.
And I wish I knew where the Canary Islands were, but I don't.
Sorry, friends. We don't know geography.
Guys. Well, I know like a couple of things, but I don't know that one. The walls of the church today form the sanctuary of the cathedral, which gives rise to its claim as the oldest cathedral in the state of Texas. The church was named for Ferdinand III of Castile, who ruled in the 13th century. The baptismal font... I don't know what that is, like the fountain you use to baptize babies?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and I was like, you're Catholic, you know these things.
It's like the big pool of holy water when you walk into church, I believe.
Got it. So the baptismal font was believed to be a gift from Charles III, who became King of Spain in 1759, and it is the oldest piece of liturgical furnishing in the cathedral. Liturgical furnishing.
Oh.
Those two words you never thought you'd hear back to back. I can't remember the last time I used the word liturgical.
I don't know. What is it?
It like liturgy. It's something to do with like the church.
Okay.
What exactly? I don't really
think
know.
I've ever used that word.
I've like seen it before. I don't know that I've ever had to literally like speak it in my life. So we're working on our vocab today, friends. Okay. In 1836, the cathedral, which was still a parish church, played a role in the Battle of the Alamo when Mexican General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna hoisted a flag of no quarter from the church's tower, marking the beginning of the siege.
Oh,
so it
just took it over.
Historically significant.
Yes.
In 1868, under the direction of architect Francois P. Girard.
Oh, such
Girard.
fancy name.
What's
so fancy?
It's all these like Spanish and French people. The cathedral was considerably enlarged in the Gothic style, the addition forming the existing nave. The carved stone Stations of the Cross were added in 1874. I don't know what those are. I don't know what a Station of the Cross is, but it's capitalized, so it must be important.
They're, oh God. Yeah. I
Anna, you're a resident expert
I know
here.
what it is. It's done at a certain point in the Catholic calendar, Catholic year, where you have 12 stations. What did you say?
Stations of the Cross.
Yeah. I think there's like 12 stations, and each one is a certain day throughout the time frame of Jesus, and I think it portrays his time going through getting put on the cross.
That sounds right. I feel like that
think
sounds
that's
familiar.
Correct.
I feel like I went to like a friend's church and had to like go through that at some point.
Yeah, we had to go through it in religion a couple times. We had like this
Yeah.
booklet that had each station, and then there was a certain prayer for each station, and it went over like what specifically happened during these stages. But I think it's when Jesus is on his way to...
The days leading up to his death.
Correct.
Got it. Well, that's fascinating. So, stations made of stone, added in 1874.
Okay.
Fun piece of Catholic trivia there. So, okay.
Testing my knowledge.
I know, I'm putting you on the spot here a little bit. Let's see. The striking stained glass windows were added in 1920. On September 13th, 1987, Pope John Paul II visited the cathedral during the
That's cool.
Yeah, during the only ever papal visit to Texas. I guess that's the only time the Pope has ever been
Wow.
there. There's a marker at the church that commemorates this event. In 2003, a $15 million renovation project was undertaken, which involved 3 different phases. Phase 1 was the restoration and stabilization
Whoa, baby!
of the cathedral foundation and structure, and its enhancement for liturgy,
Liturgy!
and other events. Among the changes, the altar was relocated to a movable platform closer to the center of the church to enhance the experience for Mass. And the baptismal font was also relocated to the back of the church. Phase 2.
Phase 2!
Here we go.
Here we go.
Replacement of the rectory with a new cathedral center, which houses a small cafeteria, counseling rooms, museum, gift shop, reception room, television control room,
Oh, my.
and vesting sacristy.
Oh.
Anna, what's a vesting
don't
sacristy?
fucking know that one, so
There's so many words.
couldn't tell you.
Phase 3.
Phase 3.
Construction of a community center to house community and social services, meeting rooms, a hall, church offices, and a residence for the priests. The 2003 renovation was supervised by Father Richard S. Bosco, a liturgical design consultant and priest of the Diocese of Albany, who has overseen the redesign and renovation of numerous churches and cathedrals around the country.
Oh, dang.
They're bringing in the big guns.
Yeah, they are.
The cathedral remains at the heart of Catholic religious life of San Antonio, and this includes involvement in annual events such as the Fiesta Week.
Oh, I want to go to Fiesta
Sounds like
Week.
a freaking blast. Over 5,000 participate at weekend masses each week of the year, over 900 baptisms, 100 weddings, 100 funerals, and countless other services and special events are performed each year, most notably in the staging of the Good Friday Passion Play, which attracts thousands of visitors. In February 2006, the cathedral began a year-long celebration recognizing San Antonio's 275th anniversary.
Oh.
And that is
Shit.
what I got on the history.
There it is.
There it is.
There she is,
I don't know
friends.
why it's haunted. I didn't find anything about any sort of notable deaths or scary things.
I got some
or-
fun things.
You got some stuff?
Yeah.
Let's hear some stuff.
So this cathedral is haunted.
Let's hear about
So,
it.
my sources are GoCityTours.com, SanAntonio.culturemap.com. On October
Only
15th...
two, hold on, only 2 for
Only 2.
hauntings?
Yeah.
Well,
this place is
holy
great.
dang.
I found some real good things on both of my sites.
I feel like anytime you can have a haunting notes section that's with like under 5 sources, that's like incredible.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Pretty great.
Good job.
So exciting.
I picked a good one.
Heck yeah. So October 15th of 2019, Condé Nast Traveler magazine named it one of the 30 most haunted places in the U.S.
I think that's where I found this place. I was scrolling through a list. I think
Oh, really?
it was from that magazine.
That's
Yeah.
really funny. It is the only place in Texas to make the list. So maybe that's why we haven't done much in Texas.
Because it's not that
just
haunted.
not haunted.
You'd think with all the like battles that have been fought there'd be more stuff.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know. So this is a direct quote from the Condé Nast Traveler. In quotes, when construction workers started renovating the church in 1936, they unearthed bones, nails, and tattered military uniforms near the altar, which some believe belonged to the 3 soldiers of the Alamo.
Oh, shit.
Since the disturbing incident, I'm assuming since the disruption is what they're trying to say of construction, because typically construction makes ghosts appear.
It causes some unrest.
Yes, yes. Visitors have reported seeing shadowy figures and orbs in their photographs, as well as ghosts in the back of the church itself, and such otherworldly inhabitants include a man dressed in black and figures in hooded monk-like clothing.
Oh, fuck no. Hell no.
Just little monks
shrouded
walking around.
dudes with hoods and shit. God, that's so scary. Makes me think of the end of one of the Paranormal Activity movies when all the people fucking show up with the robes. No.
Go away.
That's terrifying.
So I didn't write this down because I wasn't sure if you were going to cover it or not, but they found, like the magazine said, they found like bodies, bones, and things underneath the altar and like in the walls of the cathedral.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. So they think that it was past priests that were buried either on the grounds or as they were constructing the building. They buried them within the church.
Interesting. Yeah, the articles that I read didn't mention anything about that. That's fascinating.
Yeah. So that's where a lot of people think the hauntings come from.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, especially like you said, if their like graves have been disturbed, like probably wouldn't have been haunted until someone dug up their bones and pissed off their spirit.
Don't do that, guys.
Yeah, stop doing that.
Stop.
No grave robbing.
No.
Bad.
That's just fucking weird.
Yeah, gross.
Like,
why? There's so many other ways you could spend your time.
Exactly. So there is the apparition of a white stallion galloping in front of the church that has been spotted.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Ghost horse?
A little ghost horse.
Cute.
Yeah. Just like the ghost, like elephants and tigers from...
Yeah, from the place in Tower of London?
Something like that.
Yeah, and the Ghost Menagerie. I'm pretty sure that was Tower of London.
I think so.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
God, I love animal ghosts.
They're just the best.
And I'm pretty sure they're not trying to hurt me for the most part, so that's cool.
Yeah. So guests on ghost tours have caught all sorts of paranormal phenomena, including brightly lit orbs and the sight of dark shadows moving around. Some say the shadows might be the energies of the people who were once buried within the walls of the church itself.
Makes sense.
Many people who visit San Fernando have reported seeing faces appear in the exterior walls of the church.
I'm sorry.
Right?
Like the outside
outside walls of the church, they see faces.
Like coming out of the stone? Or
they didn't specify.
Oh.
But I think so. Otherwise, I was thinking maybe they like saw a portrait within like the design of the church, which is very common.
Like seeing Mary in your toast.
Yeah,
okay. I wasn't sure if they like saw like the impression of faces like coming out of the walls, or if they just happened to see like colors and swirls that looked like a face pattern.
Yeah, they didn't specify, so I'm not fully sure.
Okay. Well, I don't like either of them.
I don't either.
Okay.
A gaping mouth and 2 sunken eyes. The features of a skull have appeared to countless people visiting the oldest standing structure in Texas.
Ew.
So they just see like a skinny old sunken in.
Gaping.
Oh, shit. So there are 3 main like haunting people things that others see.
Okay.
So there is the dark figure of a man. On one occasion, a guest on a ghost tour, while standing and listening to the guide, kept gazing over to track a strange man who seemed to be following the tour. He trailed them, following them from the front of the cathedral and then again when they edged towards the back of the historic site. And then he simply disappeared. When she tried to describe him, she said his all-black clothing was a style from the 18th or 19th centuries. She'd initially thought that he was another tour guide joining the group, but his abrupt disappearance had her wondering if he hadn't been a ghost himself.
How cool would that be to be on a ghost tour? So first of all, it's cool that ghost tours stop at this place because that means it must be like worth, checking out. It must be truly haunted. But also to like have a ghost be following you on a ghost tour.
Right? Like,
Ultimate,
hey guys.
like A+ ghost tour experience.
It's fucking sweet.
I'd tip my tour guide so hard.
Thank you for putting me on a ghost tour with ghosts.
Yeah.
It's the best. So to make matters even stranger, a few others of the tour goers had witnessed the same dark, shadowy apparition, leaving all to wonder, who was he? Yes, there were multiple other people on that tour who saw him.
That always helps when someone can corroborate your story.
Right, so you don't feel like you're going crazy and seeing shit that's not there. So, there's also the ghostly monks, your favorite.
They're so scary.
So other people meandering past the historic landmark have reported the manifestation of other shadowy figures by the walls and next to the doors of the cathedral. According to some who have seen these specters, many of the ghostly shadows have appeared with their hoods drawn down over their faces. Almost always, these dark figures have appeared in the back of the cathedral and have been known to manifest and vanish almost at will.
No, they can all go fuck themselves. I'm sorry.
But monks are just so nice and peaceful.
Not when they're
not scary.
Walking around with their hoods drawn all sketchy like in the afterlife.
And then there's boom.
That was beautiful. First of all.
That is my monk interpretation.
That was stunning.
Thank you.
I want that to be my lullaby every night.
I will sing it to you every night.
Great.
I will call you every night. Annie, here's your lullaby.
I appreciate that so
You're
much.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Second,
yes.
So one of the first ever horror games I played was Resident Evil 4, which isn't really horror. I mean, you're like shooting the zombies. It's a little more action oriented than most like horror games, but there's a large segment where you're in this giant castle church thing, and all of the zombies are freaking creepy hooded monk dudes.
Well, that's why you don't like them.
And they're chasing you, and they literally chant as they slowly walk at you. And then when they get close, they run at you.
Oh, fuck
and
that.
It's so scary. They're just like, hey, yo, you're like, fuck off! Leave me alone. God.
No wonder why you don't like them. I'd be terrified
I
of them.
don't know what my mom was thinking. I'm pretty sure we bought that. I remember being at Best Buy, and I bought that game when I was like 12. Not smart, Mom. Bad call.
Thanks, Mom.
That's
okay. It was good for you because that's like your start. That's like the
true.
Start of your scary.
There's a couple of like early horror moments in my life that probably helped create the interest for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know where mine came from.
I don't know. You really
no
were
one in my family ever liked scary movies. My mom hates them. My dad doesn't like them. Timmy and Andy never got into them. But I just love all things scary. And like when I was in junior high, I'd watch all like the ghost hunting shows and just everything scary.
You pushed horror movies on me.
I did.
I don't know where
because
you got
they're
it
the
from.
fucking best.
They are.
All right. So monks, most of the paranormal occurrences which have been seen at the cathedral are the ghostly monks who are spotted most frequently.
Yeah, that's gross.
So that's fun.
I don't like them.
Let's go.
Can I not go? I'll pass on this one.
No, we're gonna go.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we have the ghost of Halloween.
Ooh!
Oh, so spooky.
I'm so excited.
So over the years, San Fernando Cathedral's haunted reputation has grown tremendously because of its innate spiritual ambiance as a house of worship. It is not so surprising that there might be a ghost or two still roaming the grounds.
I guess.
Yes. So on Halloween in 2007, however, the common orb sightings took a step back to make way for a rather incredulous paranormal incident.
Tell me all about it.
Workers were conducting a restoration project on the cathedral by removing old plaster from the original stone. Plans were set in place to replaster the walls. Despite the construction, the cathedral was still open for visitors. one of whom happened to be touring San Fernando with his handheld video camera. He captured the marble sarcophagus in the back, which many visitors claim to be ghostly cool to the touch at times, as well as a seal on the ground which confirms the church's old age. Then, without any sort of warning, he captured the visceral image of a man kissing a skull on the head.
Ugh.
He panicked, realizing that not a single soul was in sight. The image he captured on his camera had been nothing but a shimmering apparition of a ghost from long ago.
Kissing a skull?
Kissing a skull.
Creepy.
Yep. Also, what is a sarcophagus?
It's like where you keep a body.
Okay, that's
Kinda
what
like
I thought.
a tomb coffin type thing. That's creepy
Just
as
kissing the
shit.
dead body in there.
Dude, they should have like Halloween festivals at that church.
That'd
That
be
would
sweet.
be bomb.
You know how much money they could make?
Dude.
Donate to the church?
I would pay to go to a freaking Halloween festival at a haunted church.
Heck yeah. That'd be like the ultimate scare. Yeah. So that, my friends, is the Cathedral of San Fernando in Texas.
That was excellent.
Yeah.
Such spooky things.
So many spooky things.
I don't like the melty stone faces.
No.
Or the ghost monks, but I feel like those
Everything
are
else?
slightly different hauntings than we normally hear about.
Yeah.
We don't normally hear about those kinds of things.
Faces
so.
coming out of the wall. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Maybe because it's a church and we haven't done a church yet. So
Could be.
That's pretty
Churches
sweet.
are just different hauntings, I
yeah.
guess.
A lot of spiritual energies.
Heck yeah.
Cool.
So fun.
So fun.
So, friends.
Let's move on to our final and favorite segment, which is
Craft Cocktail Cult.
Craft Cocktail Cult.
Da-da-da.
So,
Bow.
we have a recipe
Okay,
for you.
We have a recipe for you.
Are you ready?
Yep.
I was asking our listeners.
I answered for them. So, our beverage tonight is the Jungle Bird Cocktail. We have had this before, but we've never shared it to you guys, and it's quite tasty.
It is quite delicious.
Sir, in your shaker glass, yes, I had to make sure that was correct. You're going to put 1.5 ounces of dark rum. Use, is it Myers?
I don't know. I've never heard of that.
It's the dark rum that we have. I think it's like Myers something.
Oh, we've always just used either Captain Morgan or Kraken, which is really effing strong. So be careful if you use Kraken.
So 1.5 ounces of dark rum, 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice, 3/4 to 1 ounce of Campari, 1/2 ounce of lime juice, and 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. You are going to shake that in your shaker cup with ice. You will shake it for 15 seconds. You will then use your strainer to strain it into a lowball glass, which you will then top with a few ice cubes, and then garnish with a pineapple slice.
And then you drink it?
And then you drink it.
And then you swallow?
And then you get drunk.
Yes, you do.
Well,
that's the crucial
tipsy
step.
at first,
yes.
depending on how many drinks
well,
you've
how
already
many
had
you
before.
have and how strong you make them.
Yeah.
That's sort of out of our control at this point.
It is, but we're just telling you how to create them.
Yes. It is delicious.
It's
we should make
so
them again
good.
sometime.
Yes.
Yep. So, friends, if you try this recipe, please let us know what you think.
Heck yeah.
We like to post our recipe. You post them on the Instagram, right?
Yeah, and the Facebook.
And the Facebook.
Of course.
So watch for those posts. If you
Check
try...
us out on those places.
Yes, please do that.
Nightmare.nation19 is our Instagram, and nightmare_nation19 is our Facebook.
You got it. Nailed it. We also would love to hear from you if you have ever experienced anything paranormal or scary and you have a story you'd like to share with us, or if you have a place that you'd like to hear us talk about on the podcast, please send us an email, nightmarenation19@gmail.com.
Heck yeah. And if you go somewhere spooky, like tag us in on social media, because we want to know
about it.
If you have a cool drink recipe, like Annie was saying, tag us in it, because we want to know.
Yeah.
We want to make these recipes.
We want it to be like we can all participate in this thing together and just have it be like a fun little ghost alcoholic community.
It's perfect.
Yes.
It's our craft cocktail cult.
Yep.
It's our little scary cult.
It's
okay?
the best.
So, it is.
Friends,
and you guys are all a part of it, okay?
You're our bestest friends in the whole world.
Bestest friends. BFFs.
Friends, until next time. You know what to do. Or
not to do, Annie.
Sorry.
Gosh.
No. You can phrase it as do it. Do avoid using a Ouija board.
There we go.
Yep.
Don't
do not use a Ouija board. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You
don't
understand.
use a Ouija board.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Just fucking don't do
Just
it.
fucking don't do it. Be safe.
Be safe.
Be kind.
Don't summon demons.
Don't do that.
Don't make a pact with the devil.
Don't do that.
Please go check out haunted places.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Because that's fun.
Yep. But
We
be
like
safe
that.
while you do it.
Yes.
Until next time.
Until next time, friends.
Bye.
Bye.